Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Self Checkout Show. It's your boy. We're back again, guys. We are back again. Happy Wednesday. No, this is Monday. I'm so used to being on Wednesday. I'm so used to being on Wednesdays, but it is Monday, and it is a new day for the show and a new time for the show. And we are glad to be here. Monday just seems to work a little bit better for me, and I hope it works just fine for you guys. Good evening, Nita. Nita, I'm confused. Oh, today was Wednesday because I'm used to saying Wednesday, but we are here, uh, and it is Monday, Monday, Monday. I have to get used to saying Monday now. So I'm glad that you guys are here. Of course, we do appreciate you, all of you guys that join in, and we want you to do as you always do. Please, by all means, leave a comment. Let us know that you're watching, and share, share, share. We're gonna have an interesting topic tonight, and I want your participation and feedback. So we are going to definitely have some fun with this one. Um, as you can see, I have another little setup here. We trying out for the first time tonight, so you guys can let me know how it sounds to you. I think it's pretty okay. But let me know if it sounds okay to you. And we got a couple we got some little toys and gadgets and stuff, that we can play around with now. So I've been buying all kind of stuff. Uh, And I'm excited to say that not only thank you, Charlotte. That's right, Dana. I got me a little something, got me a little something gold microphone, not see, see, I can laugh, I can do it all now, y'all. Y'all gotta get ready for this. Y'all gotta get ready. So I got a little new setup, and I'm been playing around with buttons all day, and I got a lot of stuff. Ooh, yeah, got some good stuff going on here. But listen, I'm excited that now, guys, um, WTM and the self checkout show has expanded. Yes, we have. Not only are we now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, live right now simultaneously, but we have expanded and our show is now a podcast also. So we will be featured on Anchor and on Spotify. So if you don't catch the show live, of course, you can watch the replay on any of the aforementioned, or you could just head over to Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from, and you can hear the self checkout show. Man, we're excited about that. That deserves applause. Yes. Oh man, I'm loving my toys. Yes, yes, yes. So uh we are not live podcasting, but once the show is has ended, I will download the show and upload it to Spotify. So we're excited about that. Thank you guys. Thank you. Dana, don't do me. Let me enjoy my toy. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have some fun, y'all. We're gonna have some fun tonight. So it's been a lot going on, and I mean, I really wish I could just I need to really have a night. I did it not long ago. I need to do it again. I need to have some friends on here with me and have a night of hot topics because I'm telling you, it's a lot going on in our world today. From A to Z, it's something happening. Hey, mama, thank you for joining me. It's a lot going on, guys, and most of it that I have seen is happening in the reality TV world and in the world of our celebrities, our superstars. It is so much happening, y'all. Uh, Miss I'm Every Woman herself, Miss Shaka Khan, is in the news. Y'all got to hear this. Y'all got to hear this. Shaka says, according to the New York Post, Shaka says she didn't mean to cause anybody no pain. She didn't mean to upset anybody. She said, listen, she said, recently I was asked about a list of the greatest singers of all time. And instead of questioning the need for such a list, I was pitted against other artists and I took the bait. She said that on Instagram yesterday. She goes on to say that as artists, we are unfairly put into boxes or categories on these lists. Being an artist or musician is not a competition, it is a gift for which I am truly grateful. So she, you know, I think that reporters do things like this um, because they want to see how you honor, right, rich folks' business. Exactly. Stella, good evening. They really, I think they want to see how you're going to react, how you're going to answer these questions, and in answering them, somebody is going to feel slighted. So let me tell you why. She said that Mariah Carey was number 5 on her list. Okay. Um, and the article goes on to say while she couldn't believe some of the people that beat her out, The 10-time Grammy winner did praise artists such as Beyonce and Aretha Franklin, who topped the list at number 1. And Shaka said that's where she's supposed to be. The queen, Aretha Franklin, was number 1. But, well, you know what, Dana? That's true. That is true. Y'all know Shaka. She got a little mouth on her. She say what she gotta say, but I think they tried to trap you into spilling off these names so that somebody that you like might be tight with, you know what I'm saying, will feel a certain way because you didn't put them as your number one. That's why I try to stay away from name calling and stuff. Um, they some months back it got kind of messy on Facebook. Somebody posted that a certain bishop preached circles around these other people, and it got kind of messy. Like, oh no, you're not coming from my pastor, and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. I'm like, y'all chill. It ain't even about that. And just like Shaka said, it's not supposed to be a competition. Everybody has people that like them as artists. You have people that don't like them as artists. But for the ones you don't like, there's always somebody else that you do. So it really shouldn't matter. Because for me personally, I love Shaka's music. I wouldn't put her in my top 5, but she would be on a list somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Shaka Khan is a legend. Um, well, she's an icon. I don't know if I would necessarily put her in legend category, but she's big news. Always have been. Um, but I am glad that Aretha Franklin was deemed the number 1 on that list. Because if you know me, I love me some Aretha Franklin. I love, love, love her. Um, yes, I think Beyonce should be on that list. Like her or not, Beyonce is what's happening right now, and she has been for the past what decade or so. Minus everybody talking about she finna perform a ritual and a seance at her next concert. Yeah. Uh, anyway, we're not even touching that tonight. Uh, but yes, I am glad that Shaka did issue that apology. We shouldn't have to do that, y'all. But you know how touchy people can be. So I just wanted to give you all that in a little bit of celebrity news. And this, I do not know if you all watch Bravo TV like I do. I'm a fan of Bravo. I am a huge fan of Bravo Television. Yes, I watch several of the Housewives franchises. I do. I watch uh shoot that new show with Leva, Southern no, Southern Hospitality, I think it's called. It stemmed from it was a spinoff from Southern Charm. Okay, Charlotte with me. Charlotte's a fan too. Um, Southern Hospitality, I watched that. I was watching Southern Charm. It was good, and I think that the last probably one of the last shows that I got into on Bravo was Vanderpump Rules. My friends. Oh boy. If you do not watch Vanderpump Rules, if you are a reality TV fan such as myself, Dr. Washington, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Dr. Washington, if you don't catch the replay here, you can always catch us on Spotify now. We are now officially a podcast on Spotify. Yeah. Oh, yeah, y'all know what that means. Here come, here come. Woohoo! But thank you for tuning in, Dr. Kermita. Yes, if you guys are not watching Vanderpump Rules, I suggest you get started this week because it is going on and it is hot news right now. I'm talking about trending on Twitter every day. It's on New York Post. It made CNN. I'm sure it made the Huffington Post. It's all over the place. Good evening, Bev. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Y'all is good. And it's woo. The news is on Instagram. It's everywhere. Y'all, you just gotta start watching Vanderpump Rules. Lisa Vanderpump. You gotta watch that. She's got several restaurants in LA, Beverly Hills, um, Las Vegas, just opened a new restaurant in Paris, which I hope to get a chance to go to next year when I go there because I'm going to Paris next year for my birthday. I'm going to London and I'm going to Paris. So I'm not going to tell you what happened because if I tell you and you don't watch the show, you won't get it. But you need to start watching Vanderpump Rules. Make that a point, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in other news, of course, you can see my Instagram handle under my name. If you are not following me on Instagram, go ahead over to IG and look me up at WT Ministries 3, WT Ministries and the number 3, and I will make sure to follow you back. All right. And also, before we get into what we came to talk about tonight, we are excited because we have already begun um, preparing for our second annual Overcomers Gathering. I'm happy to say that our speaker has already been booked. I'm really, really excited about that. We will not let that cat out of the bag until we have everything else confirmed. But I do solicit you guys' support. Those of you that love this show, those of you that believe in WTM, last week when we started, we asked 50 people to partner with us with a gift of $40 before the 1st of April. 15 people have already responded. So we are down to 35 people, and we have 3.5 weeks to do it. I believe we can do this. I believe we can do it together. I need all of you that believe in this show and this ministry to support us, help us reach our goal with a $40 gift. You can do that by any one of the ways that you see scrolling across your screen right now. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Charlotte is going to partner with us. Good evening, Miss Bree. Good evening. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Um, we have gotten a lot of feedback from people, those that have already pledged or donated their $40 that they do believe in the show, they do believe in the ministry. And that makes me feel good. That lets us know that we are on the right track and we are doing the right thing. So we would appreciate your help and your support by pledging a gift of $40 to this ministry by the 1st of April. And we believe, look at that. Marie is partnering with us as well. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. Thank you. Charlotte, if you can go in and edit uh, that banner, it should say 33 now. Yes, we are excited. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. So, you guys, we are going to um, get ready to go and talk about what we oh, look at that. It's changed. 33 more people. Yes, yes, yes. 33 more people we need to partner with us. Listen, oh, 32. Stella is partnering. Woohoo. Oh, where's my button? I need my button. Woo! Y'all gonna get sick of me with this new toy that I got. Thank you so much, Stella. We are down to 32 people. How amazing is that? We're going to do it. I believe that we are going to do it. All right. The ways to do that are going to stay scrolling across your screen. We would like for you to use those methods. Those methods only if you just happen to need a Zelle, we can provide that information to you. All right, guys. We came here tonight to talk about pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. How to deal with pressure. Um, and you know, because we do live in a world that is captivated by what we see on social media. I think that sometimes people, some people, let's just talk tonight, guys. There's some people who see other people doing great things, who see other people doing well, and in their desire to want to do well, also, I think that for some, they feel a certain pressure to move faster than they should be moving. And oftentimes, when that happens, you're gonna mess up something because it's their time now. It's not supposed to be your time yet. We have to learn how to be patient and how to wait until it's our turn. But because our peers and our colleagues seem to be on the fast track, so to speak, sometimes we feel like we have to hurry up, and we feel pressured to do the same thing that they're doing. But that's not that's not really a good thing. It's not a good thing at all because we should first of all, we shouldn't be trying to keep up with anybody. I know I'm not. I'm not trying to keep up with nobody. I have found my lane and I'm gonna ride this joker until I can't ride it no more. I don't want to be anybody else. I don't feel pressured to act like nobody, to talk like nobody, to have a show like nobody. No, this is who I am. And I enjoy being me. I enjoy where God has me right now. This is my way of ministry, and I enjoy it. I have no desire to do anything other than what I'm doing now. I like to enhance it, which we have been doing recently. We had well, so another one of the things tonight we got little toys and stuff that we can play with now. It's a little enhancement, but I don't want to be nobody else. I don't feel pressured to do what anybody else does because that works for them. It doesn't work for me. I have to do what works for me. Um, Many people across this world are pressured in one way or another to do a certain thing, to be a certain type of person, to uh, act a certain way. And before I get all the way into this, let me put a disclaimer out there. I shouldn't have to, but you know how folks are. This topic tonight is not by any means in reference to any certain person or people, to any certain church, to any certain pastor. Let's put that out there now. So when you go back, start talking and chit chatting and group chatting, I want you to know that this is not about my church, your church, my pastor. No, no, no. We're not doing that. So let's kill that right now. I see things. I hear things. And again, we're all on social media and you see things. And, That's interesting. And because I have experienced 48 years of life, uh, I know quite a bit about being pressured to do something or be somebody that you necessarily don't want to be or do. So, those of you that are watching with me right now, I want to ask you, how do you personally deal with pressure that comes from your family and your friends? Because I think that the people closest to you are the ones that can pressure you the most. And I want you all to answer, how do you deal with pressure? Like like if you are married, for example, if you're married and don't have any children, let's just use this for an example. One of the most common questions you will always get is, when y'all gonna have a baby? When y'all gonna have a baby? You ain't getting no younger. You need to go ahead and have a baby. That's pressure because, like, what if what if they don't want a child at the time? What if they have agreed that, see, I knew it, Charlotte, how long you and Mike been married? How many years has it been? I should know. I was there. Um, 5 years they've been married. So Charlotte can relate to what I'm saying. When y'all gonna have a baby? And it's like, bro, chill. We gonna have one when we want to have it, you know. And it's unfair to um, and I'm just saying that because she commented. So I'm not saying it's unfair to her. I'm just saying in general. Now I'm getting back to generally speaking. It's unfair to that couple for you people for people to pressure them and to have. Why does it concern us so much as to what other people are doing? I that I don't get. Why does it concern us so very much what goes on in somebody else's house? Charlotte says yes, because you don't know what issues. This is what I'm saying. You do not know, Marie. Oh, I'm getting to that, Marie. You know. Oh, just stay tuned because I'm on my way down that street. I'm coming. But for married couples, you guys, there could be a number of reasons why they don't have any children. You don't know what's happening inside of that woman's body. Ever think about that? Or for that matter, the man, because stuff happen to men too that could slow down the baby having process. They could practice a lot, but you never know what's going on. And if something like that is happening in a person's body and you keep asking, when y'all gonna have a baby, let me be the first to submit to you that that is pushing on being rude. It's pushing on being rude and low key disrespect. Charlotte says yes, because I miscarried and that was devastating to me. Do you all understand how this could make a person feel? You don't know what's happening in a person's body. So it's kind of, I don't have my water with me tonight. It's kind of rude to keep asking, when you having a baby? When you having a baby? Blah, blah, blah. Nita said, then you have one. When you going to have another one? Lord Jesus, what more do you want them to do? How many kids you want them to have? It's pressure, guys. And it doesn't make them feel good. It doesn't make them feel good. I never Charlotte says, "I never ask women that because listen, because it ain't none of my business." Now, if we all took that approach right there, I believe the world would be a much, much better place. Mind your business and drink your water. That's all you gotta do. Mind your business. Because see, let me tell you, let me tell you right now, you these people that's always prying in other people's personal lives and personal business, if you keep it up, you're gonna run into the right one who's gonna tell you where to go and how to get there. Because guys, I'm gonna say it again, it is rude. You may not view it as rude, but the person that you keep pressuring, that's to them, that's it would be rude to me. I would consider that to be rude. Okay. And hey Sandy, how are you? How are you? Yes. Uh at, whoa, may I please say First Lady Huggins? All right, y'all? Huh? First Lady Huggins is on this show tonight. Come on, give me applause. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm getting back to what I'm talking about, but I was so happy to hear that my friend, my brother Gregory Huggins has accepted the call to be a senior pastor, and his wife, my sister, Lady Kamisha Huggins, is going to be a first lady. I'm excited. I can't wait to come and celebrate with you guys next month. Yes. No, Sandy, no interruption. We appreciate you being here with us. First Lady K. Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm gonna call you Lady K. Eh. So we are so happy for you guys. But yes, back to what I was saying. When you keep pressuring somebody, I'm saying, and I'm gonna say it again, you're gonna pressure the wrong one or the right one, and they're gonna get you together. And then you're gonna say that they're rude. When all you had to do was simply mind your business. Because when a married couple is when they have a baby or not, they married. It's not your business, period. And you know what? There's no other way for me to put that. Come on, y'all. This is the self checkout show. This is the self checkout show. We got to take a look at what's in us. Uh, Kimmy. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. You never know what headspace people are in, so don't do it. This is exactly what I'm saying. You talk, y'all talk back to me tonight. You don't know. And like I said a few minutes ago, what if they're unable to have a child and you just don't know that they're unable and you keep pushing? When you gonna have a baby? When you gonna have a baby? You'll get your face slapped. I don't condone violence by any means, but some people out there do. You need, ladies and gentlemen, my people, we come on, Sandy. I'm saying that it's rude and it's inappropriate. I don't care who it is. It's rude and inappropriate. And quite frankly, ma'am and sir, it's not your business. It's just not. So, Marie had a comment, and stop asking people. I think Nita hit on that earlier. Stop asking people when they're gonna have more kids. What if they don't want no more? You ain't got to pay for them. Leave these folks alone. Leave these people alone. Let them live their lives. Let them live their lives. Now, this the one right here. Marie said that people ask you this question: why are you not married yet? Well, let me tell you how rude this is. Let me tell you how rude this is. How you know people go to weddings and stuff, and you have those people who are uh just all gung ho about marriage. That's wonderful. I mean, you know, that it's a marriage. Listen, marriage is a wonderful thing. It's ordained of God, and if that's what you want, that's what you should have. But everybody doesn't want that. Okay, so when you go to weddings, how many of y'all single people ever heard this? You next. You next. You next. I can tell you the number of times I've heard it. I've been married, divorced, and at this point in my life, 48 years old, happily unmarried. Okay. Oh, now, Lady K, you know I'm going into that. You already know. Um, but they at weddings they'll point at you. You next. Look, if I've made up my mind that I don't want to be married, you saying to me that I'm next, I consider that to be also rude and inappropriate, especially if I've told you. Now, not doing it again. No, I'm not going to do it at all. You next. See, let me tell you why that's rude. Because if we went to a funeral service and I looked at you and said, "You next," uh, now you ready to fight. See? Uh huh. See? Why you wishing death? I ain't wishing death on you. I'm just saying. You said I was next at the wedding and I didn't want to hear it. We had a funeral. I'm saying you next. If you don't like that, then stop doing that to me. So, I mean, what Natasha Pritchard, so glad to see you. Tell Sean I said, what's up? Joe, look, man, I'm saying, if I'm saying, wouldn't that be rude, disrespectful, inappropriate if I said to somebody at a funeral, you next, girl? That's rude. So if I have expressed that I don't want to be married and you keep saying you next, so when you get married, no time is moving on. I'm aware of that. But okay, wait a minute. Sandy said, here's one. Are you married? Women want to know that more than men. They're always asking, why do you need to know? I don't, Sandy, I can't answer that one. Why women want to know more than men. I cannot answer that. I could see if a man asked you if you were married because Sandy is a beautiful, beautiful lady. And so I could definitely understand if a man were to ask you. I don't know why women, maybe they're just nosy. I think that, wait, stop the press. My apostles are on. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Dr. Kurt, Dr. Linda Stennis, who's coming up on 40 years of ministry, y'all. Our 40th year anniversary is next month. We're going to celebrate them the entire month long. Yeah, Sandy, I don't know. I can't put my finger on that one. Kimmy says that's rude to ask or add your 2 cents as to why people got divorced. Yes, yes, yes. Keep your comments to yourself when they are not asked or needed. Now, I have to agree with that wholeheartedly. And I'm saying this because I myself, just like you, Kimmy, went through a divorce a number of years ago, and I got honestly, I got tired of explaining, and so I stopped explaining. I stopped, and I just really developed this. You know what? That's not your business. It's not a secret. It's just not your business. I developed that, and I shared with whom it needed to be shared with. Um, So, yes, John Stenner says, Sandy is my friend and she's gorgeous. She absolutely is. Sandy is one beautiful lady, inside and out. That is true. So, yeah, we have to learn how to respect people's boundaries, Marie. because Marie made that comment about people asking when you're gonna get married. You know, guys, again, marriage is a wonderful thing. I've been there. It's ordained of God. It's a beautiful thing. If it works for you, work that sucker. But especially for those of us who have been married already, some do want to be married again. Some do. And I pray that that happens for those of you that earnestly desire it. But let me talk about me for a second. Let me talk about me. I've had enough of playing the game of the getting married again game. I've kind of I'm over that, guys. I'm 48 years old. I'm over it. Um, I just at this juncture in my life, I just don't feel that that's something I want to do. And that should be okay. Um, I'm not saying that, oh well, we gotta see what the Lord say. No, I'm hoping he say no. Because that is just not something I want to do. It's not. So I'm not. Yeah, my apostles just said it. That's it. Respect position in life. You listen. You can't go wrong if you simply respect people and their boundaries. You cannot go wrong with that. You always win with respect. Um, and again, I want to reiterate the disclaimer that we put out earlier. This topic tonight does not have anything to do with my church, your church, my pastor, your pastor. It's just stuff that we are seeing on social media that make you think. Um, because see, listen, listen to this. Marriage, my cousin is on Minister Jasmine Turner. So glad to see you, cousin. Doing wonderful things down in Atlanta. Um, listen, marriage is a wonderful thing when two whole people. What do I mean when I say whole? I mean when you are preparing yourself for marriage, you're already a whole person that does not need another person to complete you, if that makes any sense. You should be 100% whole when you step into somebody else's life to take up the position of spouse. Minister Sand Hewitt is on. My sister, so glad to see you tonight. You should not be 50-50 with a marriage. No, it's 100-100. Come on. When I come in, I'm coming as a whole man looking for a whole woman. Women, my sisters out there, make sure that man is whole before you marry him. You don't need a man that you have to raise, that you call in your husband. Y'all ain't saying nothing tonight. And I don't have many brothers on here, but it's single men. If that is your lot, if you want to be married, make sure she is already whole when you marry her. Because what we don't get, oh, I'm gonna mess up right here, and I know I am. What we don't get, Phyllis, good to see you. What we don't get, y'all, we don't get people that are honest enough to say, brother, sister, I know you into me. I appreciate it. I'm flattered. But I'm not what you want right now because if you married me right now, I would mess up your entire life. Y'all not saying nothing. Y'all ain't talking to me tonight. Y'all not saying nothing. We don't have people that honest. We don't have people that honest that can say, "Sir, ma'am, you're looking good. I feel you. I mean, I wish that right now I could be all that you want me to be, but I'm not whole yet. I still got issues that I need to work out before I can say I do. Y'all gonna say something? I see y'all saying something. This is one of the reasons that some of us single people should not get married, right? Yeah. Because if you did, you would ruin somebody's life because you know in yourself you are not ready to be a husband or a wife. Oh boy. Kimmy said, please don't pretend to be someone you're not. Work out all of your issues. That's what I'm talking about. Nita said, don't even date until you're ready. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because, and y'all, my friends, let me just be honest with y'all. I look, yes, saying marriage is it's a ministry. It's a what? Marriage is a ministry. Yes. And if you are married, your spouse is your first ministry. Huh? I told you I've been there. I know a little something. I'm not just talking about what I heard. I'm talking about what I know. Listen, I see things and oh God. I see things and I say, wait, how is that possible? But hey, to each his own. It ain't my life. It's not my life. I have seen several people. I have seen several people go down the aisle and not shortly thereafter, their I do turned into a I don't. Yeah. And part of that is because, sir or ma'am, I submit to you that you were not ready to be married. And in the black church, because I go to one, I've never been to a white church, only to play for a wedding. In the black church, since I was a little kid, they pushed marriage. One pastor even told me I was probably 13, 14. He told me, get all the sex you can while you're young. No, I'm not lying to you. I'm one thing I'm not no lying preacher. I was a teenager, early teen. He told me get all I can. I was young, but I knew a little something. I felt like pastor shouldn't probably be telling me that. But see, this is what I'm talking about. In the black church, they push you, they pressure you to do things that you necessarily don't want to do. If you know, okay, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Charlotte said, and then be wondering why we why we on the first 48. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Kimmy said you gotta have someone that's willing to get in the trenches with you. San said, no marriage is perfect. However, all marriages have purpose. And when intentions weren't real to start with, Sandy, come, I'm gonna invite you on this show to talk with me here. When intentions were not real to start with, it'll never work. This is why you cannot, uh, and especially in the church, you guys, you cannot let anyone pressure you to get married, especially. You cannot, guys, you cannot pressure people because let me tell you what one thing, couple things that'll happen. If you keep it up, it'll cause resentment, huh? It will cause resentment. I'm going there in a minute saying it will cause people to resent you. It'll cause people to not want to be bothered with you because every time I see you, here you go. When you having a baby, when you having another baby, when you getting married. Come on, y'all gotta stop that. Gotta stop it. Gotta stop it. Lady Andrea Hudson, Pastor Andrea Hudson, said something on one of my front lines many years ago, about maybe 3 years ago. Said it's only been about three. She said that she was talking to us, and she said that she was so happy in her singleness that when it came time for her to get married, she was like, "Dang, right now I'm having fun," you know. But it was the will of the Lord for her to be married to Archbishop William Hudson III, and I think we all know that. I believe that that's just the will of God. But pressure from the church is sometimes masked with the saying, the will of God. What do I mean? What do I mean? Here's what I'm saying. Just because you want it to happen does not necessarily mean it's the will of God. Huh? Can we be honest enough to say that? I don't care how bad you want something for somebody. Saying if that person does not want it, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. This is not one of those third world countries or over in India and some places in Africa where you, woman girl is 10, 11 years old and they have forced and arranged marriages. And I did some research. I have all of my papers right here. We were just talking tonight, though. A large number of those individuals, those women, commit suicide because they didn't want to be married. They were forced into it. They were forced into it. Good evening, Lauren. She says people should never attempt to dictate another person's marital status. Be whole first. Yep, we talked about that a little bit ago. Sometimes people can be nowhere to be found after the wedding day, but they can stand up to stand behind you on the day of. Those should be those people who are upholding. So very true. So very true. But yes, they have a lot of women who their parents arrange these weddings for them, and they're 13, 14 being hauled off with a 30-year-old man to be married. That don't happen over here in the United States of America. But isn't it similar that we pressure people into, well, you in your 30s, you need to hurry up. You need to hurry up. Why do I need to hurry up? Why? I don't need to hurry. I need to stay right where I am. And oh, Sam, please, please, by all means, Sandy said, especially if you're ugly, Sandy. I think you should stay right where you are until, if it is your desire to be married, stay right where you are until you are whole and until God sends you, woman, until God sends you the right man for you. If you're a man, make sure you're whole. Make sure you pray because the man goes out looking. The Bible says, "He who findeth a wife." Make sure you're whole before you go and find her, and don't let anybody pressure you into becoming a husband and you know you're not ready, but you want to do it anyway because it looks right in the church. Woo! Y'all don't like this kind of real talk. Y'all don't like this kind of real talk. Well, may as well get married because I mean, I'm a preacher, so I guess I should get married because it looks right. It looks good. Optics. And you got a problem with your flesh. You got a tail issue. You can't stop sleeping around, but you want to get married because it looks right in the church. Let me tell you something. Getting married does not take away your promiscuity. Getting married does not stop you from being promiscuous. Hey T, how you doing, Lifeline? Good to see you. Tanya, we're talking about being pressured into being married and other things, but the main topic seems to be marriage tonight. Listen, if you I'm gonna say something, it's my show, I'm gonna say it. If you are a hoe right before you get married, you're gonna be a hoe the day of. Yeah. I said that. I said that. You don't need to get married to nobody and you can't keep it in your pants. Huh? The self checkout show where we take an honest look at what's in our hearts, minds, and spirits. You need to get whole and delivered before you walk down any aisle because marriage does not solve promiscuity. Oh, yes, there is, Sandy. Yep, you're right. You're right. And another thing, whether it be male or female, y'all can hate me after this. I don't care. Whether it be male or female, marriage does not cure homosexuality. Something we don't like to talk about. I'm gonna clap for myself right here because I'm talking right, and I know I'm talking right. We got too many people. We have too many people that are married to the opposite sex. When the fact is, when you close your eyes, all you can think about is the same sex. You shouldn't have got married. You should have got whole and delivered first. And now you feel stuck because you in the church. And if you get divorced, the church frowns on divorce. But they knew and you knew that you weren't ready to be married, but they pushed you down the aisle anyway, thinking that that would cure you. Oh my goodness. Y'all ain't talking to me tonight. I thought I had some friends on here. How many people on here? Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's 8:25. I better get ready to go. I better get ready to go. Let me get this to you. 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 7 bad reasons to get married. Number 1, your biological clock is ticking. That's a bad reason to get married. Listen, if you're concerned that you're running out of time to have children, you may feel an urgency to get married and soon, but it's a risky strategy. Nothing puts a strain on a relationship like having children, and marriages can buckle under the pressure. It's essential to have a solid relationship with your spouse before having children. So make sure they are the right person for you and don't just rush in because you hear that biological clock ticking. All right. Number two, I'm not going to give you all of them. Number 2, bad reason to get married because you want to tie your partner down. This lady says, a man told me he wanted to marry his girlfriend quickly in case she changed her mind. He said, and I quote, I want to tie her down before she realizes that there's better out there, end quote. Getting hitched out of fear that the other person might leave is not a good basis for marriage. And anyway, it's not fail safe, as people can, they can and they do leave marriage. You need to know that your spouse loves you for who you are and is committed and not trapped. Oh my goodness. Let me say that again. You need to know that your spouse loves you for who you are and is committed and not trapped. My goodness. Third reason, third bad reason. So I'm only gonna do this one and one more. Third bad reason to get married. You're desperate to have sex. I'm gonna have to pick this up because it's so much more to this. I didn't even get to the scripture, y'all. You're desperate to have sex. That's not a good reason to get married, y'all. If you're abstaining from sex until marriage, the urge to get intimate with your partner can be pretty strong motivator to get married. But our sex drives are notoriously bad decision makers. It's important to desire your spouse, but sex will not solve a marriage in crisis. So make sure you're being driven by more than your hormones. In other words, good sex won't keep a bad marriage. Moving on. Woo, we talking heavy tonight. Last reason I'm gonna give you tonight, last bad reason to get married. Your church is pressuring. We all know that in church, if you go on more than 3 dates with somebody, people will start dropping hints about wedding bills. Huh? Plus, there's often pressure to keep courtships short in order to avoid sexual temptation. But you should not get married to please other people. This is about you, your partner, and God. Marriage is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. So ensure it's what you want and not what everyone else wants. Because, and I'm going to say it and we're getting off of here, because if you marry to make people happy, they'll be happy, you'll be miserable. Yeah, that's real. That's real talk right there. Wait a minute, what Kim Taylor done said? I have a friend who dated someone a couple years. They broke up, and he was married to someone by the what kind of witchcraft? What broke up? Oh, they had planned that all along. Jesus Christ. Let's look at Sand here. Sand says, I married at 21 and knew I was a wife, became a first lady 5 years into the marriage. Yes, you did. I remember. And divorced, not my choice, in year 15. I'd given up on the possibility of marriage, and because I decided I would wait on the Lord, even while hurting, healing, and forgiving, and no longer being ashamed of being ashamed, God turned his face to me and allowed my covenant husband to find me. We're 6 months in, and we love God more than we love each other. Let me tell you right now, if you love God more than you love each other, y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right. I remember your first marriage. I knows I do. I remember. But you did the right thing by waiting on God. Um, and we pray that it lasts forever until death do you part. I can imagine, Kimmy. I can imagine. But we do know that God is a healer and a mender of the broken heart. I would come back next week to finish this, but I'm gonna have to wait till the week after because it seems that this month on the self checkout show, we just dropping all kind of bombs, and we are talking about things that seem taboo in church. So this was one of them tonight. I hope that you enjoyed this real talk with us tonight, because we have more for you the rest of this month. Next week, my friend and my brother Thank you, Charlotte. My friend and my brother, Bishop Al Reese, will be my guest on the show, and I'm going to ask him a serious question, and that question is: can you pray the gay away? He is an author of a book called Once In, Never Out, I believe it is, and he has been open about his past life, uh, a life that he lived where he was with men and women. And he now is a bishop in the Lord's church. And the Lord saved him, delivered him, and changed his life. Can you pray the gay away? You ain't going to want to miss that next week. Now, listen, again, last week we asked 50 people to partner with us with a gift of $40 by the 1st of April. Since last week, we already have had 18 people to pledge and or sow a gift of $40. If you have not pledged, if you believe in this show, if you enjoy this show and believe in this ministry, will you be a partner with us? Will you commit to a $40 gift by the 1st of April? The Overcomers Gathering is coming, and we solicit your support by sowing a gift of $40 by the 1st of April. We appreciate all 18 so far that have said yes and have sown their seed, or those that have pledged a yes and will sow. Um, please, thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Sandy is one. We are down to 31 people. I cannot wait to update um, Facebook tonight. Um, we believe that God is going to do what we asked Him to do. So tonight, I want you, uh, those of you that are already married, we thank God for you and we pray that your marriage lasts forever. But I want you to keep in mind tonight that your walk is not the next person's walk. Your marriage is not the next person's marriage. And keep in mind that there are individuals who do want to get married, could be having a hard time finding the right one. So it is not fair, and it is rude, and it is inappropriate to keep asking, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? And to ask couples, when are you having a baby? When are you having a baby? Okay? It's inappropriate and it's rude. Respect other people's boundaries. It's all about respect. Apostle Kurt and Linda said that earlier. It's all about respect. Because if people feel disrespected, it could bring about resentment and a pulling away. We should value our relationships so much that we do not want anybody to feel offended by anything that we say or ask. So it's best, my friend, to simply pray. It's best to simply mind your own business. It's best to just do you and let them do them. Because at the end of the day, you only get to live for yourself. You don't get to live for anyone else. And dear heart, you cannot run two houses. Let them do what they're doing. You do what you're doing. But if you want to do something positive for them, pray. Pray. Don't manipulate. Pray. Don't keep asking. Pray. All right? Next week, we're back with Can You Pray the Gay Away? That's what we're asking Bishop Al Reese. Next Monday night, right here on the show. This is the Self Checkout Show, where we take an honest look at what's in our hearts, minds, and spirits. I'm your boy, Pastor Will. Thank those of you who have pledged your $40 gift. We appreciate you. We're down to 31 people, and we pray that by next week we'll be finished. But we will see and we will do all that we can. Until next Monday night, I love you, and I'll see you guys then. Take care, everybody. Good night.